What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sid. I'm back with another video. This one is a little not as fun for me, but I thought that you all would benefit from me sharing my experience with this, and that's why I recorded what I did. So if you click the title, you already know I had to get a COVID test done. This video is going to be showing you the second time I had to get one done. But before we jump into that and the why, be sure to like this video, comment down below, and let me know what else you want to see. And hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so that you can be back for the next video. Alright, so I work in the hospital here as a healthcare tech and a CNA 1. So that's basically just patient care attendant type of situation. So if they need help going to the bathroom, if they need their food warmed up or need help eating, basic CNA duties. It's not, I don't really know how to explain in depth what all I do. Like, I check vitals, help people to the bathroom if they need it, help them eat if they need it, help them with the bath or shower if they're allowed to shower, make sure that their telemetry boxes are working, blood sugar checks, all of the things that just make it go easier for the RN and MD and the whole healthcare team. That's where I contribute. That's where my job title comes in. And the whole healthcare tech portion also means that sometimes I'll do secretary duties. So sometimes I'll be at the desk acting as like the receptionist when visitors come in, let them know where they're supposed to be going. If someone calls, redirecting their call, if lab calls for a nurse, all of those things. So that's my job title. That's what I do, but I will discuss that more in another video. The reason I had to get COVID tested is because it was mandated by work. Yeah. Okay, so both of the times that I had to get my COVID test done, they were both mandated by work. If you watched my working in the hospital video, which I'll have linked up there, if you watched that video, you know that I work on a progressive care and ICU floor. It is a telemetry floor, but since I'm PRN, I work on other floors here and there. So I pick up on another unit that is not in the same hospital that I usually work in, but it's in the same facility, the same hospital network, if that makes sense. So there's another floor that I pick up on. That's basically the only other floor that I work on if I don't work on my floor or the other floor you saw me at when I filmed my COVID video. So I was working there for about 4 nights, and within that time frame, I found out that I was exposed because we didn't know that someone was positive. That's basically all I can say without getting too deep into the details because HIPAA. And yeah, so I found out that someone was exposed. Someone tested positive. I was exposed. So because of that work mandated test, I had my first test done exactly a week ago from today. So today is July 29th. I had my first COVID test done on July 22nd. It was negative. I expected it to be negative, but you know, having to have one done can make you a little nervous. You get a little anxious just waiting. But the test was negative, which I'm grateful. Praise the Lord, because you never really know. You could be asymptomatic. My age group is typically asymptomatic. So I was glad that that came back negative. But then I had to have a second test. Okay, so yeah, I had to have a second test done, and that one I had to have done this morning. So for similar reasons, I found out last night, which would have been Tuesday night, that I was gonna have to get another test done before I left this morning when my shift was over. I work nights, so my shift was over about 7, a little bit after 7 in the morning, because report, handoff, all of the things. So I had to get a second test done. I thought that, I thought that it would be interesting for you all to see what that looked like from the perspective of someone that works in healthcare, not just the average person, even though I still am the very average person. I just thought it would be cool to share from the other side of things. So up next will be the clip of me having my test done. Thank you. So I just had COVID test number 2 done. The second one definitely hurt worse than the first one. I think it was more so because I already knew what it felt like. So I didn't have it won't be that bad kind of mindset going into it. And the way they did it the second time compared to the first time was very different. And I think that played a role in me feeling as much pain as I do now, whereas before it just felt like I got a nosebleed. Now my nose legitimately hurts. So I'm about to go home and go to sleep, and I will give you all the rest of the details after I wake up. Okay, so to answer a few questions that I've been asked since my friends know and family know that I've had this test done, does it hurt? It does hurt. It's probably one of the worst things I've experienced in my entire life. I don't really know how to explain the pain, but the first time I had the test done, it's very fast. Both times it was very fast. The first time I just closed my eyes and it's just like, do it. The faster you do it, the better, because I didn't want to look at it and then start reacting and pulling away or pulling her hand away from my face or anything like that. I just closed my eyes and it didn't take long. It was over, but it did hurt. The first time my nose ran for a good little minute. It felt like what it feels like when you get a nosebleed. That's what it felt like after the test was over. And then after I got home and went to sleep, the side that was swabbed, so this side of my face, my right side, the whole nasal passage just dried out completely. And my left side just was completely congested. And that went on for about a day. As soon as I actually stood up and started moving around, it drained back to normal and there was no congestion or weirdness, but the pain kind of hung out for some days. I don't think my nose stopped hurting until Saturday, I want to say, and I had the test done on Wednesday morning last week. So that was the first test. The second test I had done this morning before I came home and went to sleep. You all saw the clip of me getting it done, and then right after. So this second time, it was the same lady. I think there were 2 of the same people working at the testing site. But it's hard to tell because you literally have on all of the PPE in the world when you're testing or working with COVID patients or potential COVID patients. So the second one, really nice lady, she stuck the swab in, and this time she had to rotate it in my nose for 5 seconds. So imagine a swab about, let's see, about as long as this pencil. This is going into your nose where nothing usually goes up that far, and being turned and turned and turned. It hurt really, really bad. And she had to do it for 5 seconds. So not like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And because of that turning, there was an added pain while the test was happening. The lady was really nice. She gave me a tissue. My eye did start watering because it feels like that they're right behind your eyeball when it's that one. It was so bad. Like, honestly, thinking about it, my eyes are watering now. Not crying, but just imagining that happening is a lot. So yeah, the lady, she told me not to squint, because naturally when something hurts in your nose or something feels weird in your nose, you go like, or do a little or something. From the angle in the video, you can't fully tell that my face was scrunched up real tight, but I squinted as like a natural reflex from something going up my nose like that. And she was like, don't squint. Apparently, if you squint from the pain or squeeze your face up really tight, scrunch your face up really tight, when they go to pull out the swab, it can make you get a nosebleed. I didn't know that. But I'm glad she told me, so I unscrunched my face and just had to try to take it like a G. But, yeah, so I just thought I would share my experience with you all. My test results are pending because I just had the test done this morning, not even a full 12 hours ago. But honestly, I'm not really nervous or concerned this time. I probably should be a little bit, but I take my precautions. I wear my mask that I'm required to wear. I wear the little eye goggles. I do my part to protect myself, so I'm not too concerned. I just thought that it would be a little bit interesting, maybe, to share my experience. If you all like these kind of videos or like seeing what it's like from the other side, let me know. Let me know what other kind of content you might like to see from me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. If you made it this far, comment a stethoscope emoji down below, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I just wanted to say thank you again for watching, and I hope you never have to experience having something so foreign up your nose.